Hey everyone, this is Artemis here from SirLinksalot.co, and today we're going to be diving deep into something that could literally make or break your SEO game: keyword research. I'm talking about the foundation that separates the sites crushing it on Google from those who are getting about as much traffic as a Taylor Swift concert in Antarctica, which is zero. Now before we start, here's a stat that'll blow your mind. Fact 1. 96.55% of pages on the internet get zero traffic from Google. Nothing. Nada. That's right. Your content has a better chance of being seen by aliens than actual humans if you're not doing your keyword research properly. But here's the thing. Keyword research isn't rocket science. In fact, I'm going to show you exactly how to master it in the next 30 minutes. By the end of this video, you're going to know more about finding profitable keywords than 90% of SEO experts out there. So what is keyword research? Just a heads up, it's probably not what you think. So first of all, let's just get one thing straight. Keyword research is not about stuffing random keywords into your content like you're playing SEO Mad Libs. It's the process of discovering valuable search queries that your target customers actually type into search engines like Google. So think of it like this. If content is king, then keywords are the royal decree that tells people where to find your palace. Without proper keyword research, you're basically building a 5-star restaurant in the middle of the desert with no road signs. So here's what modern keyword research actually involves: understanding search intent, so what people really want, finding topics with search demand, analyzing competition levels, and mapping keywords to the buyer journey. Now let's chat about the evolution of keyword research. So back in the day, I'm talking about the 2000s, by the way, not the Stone Age. Keyword research was basically opening up Google Keyword Planner, finding keywords with the highest search volume, stuffing them into content like you're making some kind of keyword sausage, and then hoping that Google notices you. But Google got smarter, way smarter. Algorithm updates like Panda, Penguin, and Hummingbird changed everything. So now we have RankBrain, which is Google's AI that understands context better than your best friend understands your Netflix habits, which is really well. Fact number 2 for today. Google's RankBrain now influences every single search query and is one of the top 3 ranking factors. Today's keyword research is about topics, not just individual keywords. So you can literally rank for keywords that you've never even used in your content. Wild, right? Now let me tell you about the biggest mistakes that I personally see people making all the time. The first one is obsessing over search volume. Now everybody's chasing those high volume keywords like they're limited edition sneakers, but here's a truth bomb for you. High volume often also means high competition and low conversion rates. Personally, I would rather have 100 visitors who convert at 10% than 10,000 visitors who convert at 0.01%. The second big mistake is ignoring search intent entirely. Now, this one makes me want to just pull my hair out because people see things like best coffee makers and think that they can rank with the product page or something. Wrong! Google shows review articles and buying guides for that query because it has commercial intent, not transactional. Mistake number 3, thinking in keywords, not topics. So here's a mind bender. You should no longer be optimizing one page for a single keyword. What you should be doing is optimizing for entire topic clusters. So create comprehensive content that covers an entire topic, and you're going to rank for hundreds of related keywords naturally. The fourth and final mistake is one that is very prevalent in the modern era, and that is forgetting about zero-click searches. Fact number 3. Nearly 60% of Google searches now end without a click onto another website at all. This is because of things like AI overviews and feature snippets, which are leading to searches ending without clicks than ever before. But that doesn't mean that these keywords are completely worthless. They're actually branding gold. Even if people don't click, they still see your brand as a trusted source, and that's good. Alright, so now let's get into the meat and potatoes of the complete keyword process step by step. So here's my exact process for finding keywords that actually drive results. Step 1. I start with topics, not keywords. So before you touch any tools at all, brainstorm 1 to 3 broad topics that you want to dominate. Now, don't go crazy here. Focus beats scattered effort every single time. For example, let's say you have a coffee business. Your topics might be coffee brewing methods, coffee bean types, and coffee equipment. And that brings us to step 2, which is understanding your audience. So here's what most people end up skipping, and this is the most important part. You need to understand your audience before you can understand their search behavior, and that's a fact. The best way to do this is to actually just talk to your customers. Ask them things like, what was happening when you started looking for a solution? What was your biggest challenge? What information do you wish you had earlier? And how did you research before making a decision? Now, this isn't all just feel-good marketing fluff. This is intelligence that directly informs your keyword strategy. All right, now onto the third step. Identify your money pages first and foremost. Now, I understand this is a counterintuitive approach, but bear with me here. Start with your conversion-driven pages and work your way backwards. Find commercial and transactional keywords for the pages that actually make you money. So what I'll do is I'll use tools like SEMrush or Ahrefs to identify intent. So that means if they have informational intent, like how to make coffee, commercial intent, like best coffee makers of 2024, maybe it's transactional intent, like buy an espresso machine online, or navigational intent, like curate official website. The fourth step is to build your supporting content strategy. Now it's time for you to map out your entire buyer journey. So here's fact number 4 for you. The average B2B sales cycle is 379 days, which requires multiple touch points. What does this mean? It means that most people aren't ready to buy right away. This is why your content needs to nurture them from awareness to decision. So it's super important to actually create content for each and every phase. So for the awareness phase, you can create educational content like how-to guides. For the consideration phase, you can make things like comparison posts and reviews. And for the decision phase, product pages and case studies will do just fine. All right, so for step 5, I have an entire arsenal of tools to share with you. And these are the tools that actually matter. All right, let's start with the free tools. So you can use Google Keyword Planner, which is in your Google Ads account, Google Trends for seasonality and trending topics, Google Search Console for your own ranking data, YouTube Autocomplete for video content ideas, Reddit via the Keywordit tool, or Wikipedia for topic exploration. And of course, we also have some paid tools that we think are well worth the investment. My personal favorite is SEMrush because I think that it has the most accurate data. Ahrefs is also really good for things like backlinks and keyword difficulty. Moz is a really good all-around tool, and if you're an SEO, you've definitely heard of them. And finally, Mongoose is a really good budget-friendly option for you. Here's a pro tip. If you're running any paid ads, you're sitting on a gold mine of keyword data. AdWords API gives you actual commercial value for keywords, so use it. All right, that brings us to some advanced keyword research strategies. Now, for the advanced techniques that separate the pros from the amateurs. All right, let's talk about the topic cluster method first and foremost. So instead of targeting individual keywords, it's best to build topic clusters. So one pillar page could be covering the main topic broadly. There will be multiple cluster pages covering subtopics in detail, and then internal links connecting everything together. Now, this approach leverages semantic relationships and can boost your entire topic authority. Another great method is the competitor gap analysis. So don't just look at keywords that your competitors rank for, look at what they could be missing as well. Now, you can use tools like SEMrush's Keyword Gap to find out opportunities that they might have overlooked as well. Fact number 5. Long tail keywords, so these are keywords that are more than 3 words, account for 70% of all web searches, but they also have a 2.5 times higher conversion rate. Now, this is what makes long tail keywords your secret weapon. They have lower competition, higher conversion rates, more specific intent, and frankly, they're easier to rank for. For example, if you're trying to rank for coffee maker, then it's not going to happen. However, if you want to rank for best single serve coffee maker for under $100, that's a lot more achievable. Here's another advanced one for you, the refinement rate strategy. So this is looking for high volume keywords with low click-through rates and then identifying how people refine those searches. Those refinements are where the real traffic is. But not all keywords are created equal. Here's how to evaluate them using the keyword tripod rule. The first way is by popularity or search volume. Don't just look at the monthly search volume. Consider trend direction, so whether it's growing or declining, seasonality patterns, device-specific behavior, and geographical variations as well. Keyword difficulty isn't just about domain authority anymore. You're going to also want to look at content quality of ranking pages, content type alignment with intent, your site's topical authority, and historical ranking ability. And last but not least, you're going to want to pay a lot of attention to relevance and the search intent alignment. This is actually the most important factor according to me. A keyword can have a perfect volume and perfect difficulty scores for you, but if the intent doesn't match your content type, then you're never going to rank for it anyway. This is why you should always start off with a SERP analysis. This will help you figure out what type of content ranks, what the dominant intent is, and whether you can actually realistically compete for it. Now, here are some lesser known tools that you might not have heard of that can really give you an edge. For question research, you can use QuestionDB, which finds real questions from sites like Quora and Reddit. For Reddit mining, Keywordit is really good with extracting keywords from subreddits, but you can also do a manual Reddit search as well if you want more authentic language. And of course, we're going to throw in some AI-powered tools for you like Topic Mojo, which is really good for comprehensive topic research, but there's also various other content analyzers that use AI as well. There are also several browser extensions like Keywords Everywhere, which gives you the key to data in your browser, and Keyword Surfer, which is just a free alternative. And last but not least, you're going to want to know about some autocomplete tools as well, such as Suggest MRX, which is good for Google and YouTube suggestions. All right, guys, so let's put it all together with your keyword map. Once you've done your research, you really need to start organizing everything. So create a keyword map with the priority level, so you can list that as high, medium, or low, the target keyword and supporting keywords, the content type needed, such as a blog or a landing page or anything like that, the search intent category, the difficulty score, and the business value/relevance. Now hang on to this because this becomes your content roadmap for the next 6 to 12 months. So the future of keyword research isn't just about Google anymore. It's about, firstly, multi-platform research. So 31% of people use social media to search, 12% are using AI chatbots, and YouTube is the second largest search engine. Bet you didn't expect that. You're also going to want to pay attention to AI search adaptation. So that means optimizing for AI overviews, targeting longer conversational queries, and focusing on expertise and authority signals. And also, voice search optimization is not to be glossed over. You want to make sure that you're going to want to pay attention to having natural language queries, question-based keywords, and local search emphasis. All right, so let me address some of the biggest headaches that you might face. One big problem is that search volumes often don't match up across tools. One thing you can do about this is to pick one reliable tool as your source of truth and focus on relative trends, not exact numbers. Another issue is that high volume keywords are often too competitive. One thing you can do about this is to add modifiers like best, versus, or how to, and target question-based alternatives instead. And lastly, sometimes your keywords are getting traffic, but they just don't convert. A solution to this is to audit your search intent alignment and focus on commercial or transactional keywords, not just informational ones. All right, so here's your homework to do after watching this video. This week, you should audit your current keyword strategy using Ahrefs or another keyword generator, identify your top 3 business topics, and set up Google Search Console and analytics. So in the shorter term, within the next month or so, you're going to want to research commercial and transactional keywords for your money pages, analyze top competitor keyword strategies using SEMrush, and creating your first topic cluster. And longer term, within the next 3 months or so, you're going to want to build comprehensive topic clusters, monitor and adjust them based off of performance, and expand into new topic areas. All right, here's the bottom line. Now, keyword research isn't glamorous work. It's not going to get you invited to influencer parties, and it's not going to make you Instagram famous, but it is the foundation that everything else is built on. Without proper keyword research, you're basically just throwing darts in the dark while blindfolded and hoping that it hits a bullseye. With it, you're using a laser-focused guided missile system. Now, we all know that the SEO game has changed dramatically over the past few years, and it's only going to get more competitive. The brands that win are the ones that understand their audience deeply and create content that genuinely serves their needs. So it's time to stop chasing vanity metrics like search volume and start focusing on business metrics like conversions and revenue. Trust me, your bank account is going to thank you. If this video helped you level up your keyword research game, smash that like button and subscribe for more SEO strategies that actually work, and drop a comment letting me know your biggest keyword research challenge. I read every single one and often turn them into future videos. Until then, keep optimizing, and remember, in SEO, as in life, it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. This is Artemis again, signing off, and I will see you guys in the next one.